You'll have to hurry now. We're running out of time.
Oh.
What is the name of the plane where the famous Stonehenge stands? I tell you what. Is it Salisbury, Canterbury, or Northbury?
Canterbury.
I'll give you one more chance. Is it Salisbury, Canterbury, or Northbury? And don't say Northbury.
Salisbury?
She's got it! Congratulations, Ethel. You win your trip to London on Qantas. Peter, is the plane ready for departure?
Yes, Jack. Calling all passengers on Qantas flight EM 513 to London. Your plane is ready for departure.
Oh, thank you, Mr. Davey.
Well, that's all we've got time for tonight. This is Jack Davey saying what you'll be saying to any Dulux products. Good night, and thanks for listening.
In 1954, radio was king, and the king of radio was Jack Davey. Jack Davey was a phenomenon. At the height of his career, he had 5 of his own radio shows every week, and he worked for newspapers, newsreels, and charities. And in his spare time, he won a reputation as a playboy, a ladies' man, and a gambler. People kept telling him he had to slow down. Jack Davey would not listen.
We're ready, Mr. Davey.
Right. Well, as you know, we're recording several shows today because I won't be here next week. I'll be out in the middle of the outback in the Red X trial. But while I'm waiting for the signal that we're about to start recording again, I'll tell you a little poem. Young Daisy the dancer was a popular girl. They loved her in several cities. It wasn't the way she wiggled her hips, it was the way she wobbled her. Hi-ho, everybody!
The 1954 Red X trial was the first car race to go right around Australia, over some of the worst roads in the world. It was the most popular event of its day. In the small country towns along the way, it was the biggest thing that would ever happen.
Mr. Davey, on behalf of all the people of Mickathara, it is my most pleasant duty to extend to you a most cordial welcome. A most cordial welcome. Oh, good.
Come on, Gus. Sid wants us over at the showgrounds now. Come on.
Now? Oh, good. They said?
You hear the news?
What news?
Jack Davey. He mightn't get here.
Not get here? What's the strength of that, Sid?
Bill Grant just sent a telegram from up at the Pardue. Apparently his car's a write-off.
Why wasn't I sent the telegram?
Grant, he went over there with his oxy kit to see if he could weld something back together again. But he doesn't like their chances.
Where is this telegram?
Not on our roads, anyway. Hello, Gwenny.
Oh, Sid.
That's a bit of a disappointment, isn't it?
It's a disappointment, all right. In more ways than one.
Betty, you can forget about the special treatment. Looks like he's not coming.
Why?
He's had an accident or something. He's all right, though. And his car's bust up. You always get your silly hopes up about these things, don't you?
3 coins in a fountain, through the ripples how they shine. Just one wish will be granted, one heart will wear up.
Bloody hell.
Valentine. Oh, give me another go of that knuckle of yours, Len. A bit lower. That's it. Ah! Oh,
Try not to hit those potholes.
I don't want to hit them, but they hit me first.
10 miles to Mickathara.
There we are. What did I tell you? Bill Grant was wrong. He said we wouldn't get past Port Hedland. Well, we fooled him, didn't we? We didn't go to Port Hedland.
Looks like a cop up ahead.
No, we're being waved down. One thing's for sure, he's not going to book us for speeding.
It's not something you did in that two-up game in Broome, is it?
You know what I did. I did my dough.
You Mr. Davey?
I think that's me.
Jack Davey, eh? Well.
I say, officer, I suppose you realize we're in a race.
What? Oh, yeah, sure. Look, follow me.
You heard what the man said. Follow him.
You're the driver.
You're the navigator.
Okay, follow him.
That's more like it.
Muddlers. Bloody rally drivers.
Dad!
Get out of it, Bernie. You know you're not supposed to be in here.
Jack Davey, he's here!
He's not here. He's not coming.
Tim, he's just gone down the street.
You sure?
Tim!
Quick, run like mad and tell your ma.
Hey, Jack Davies here, fella. Come on. Well, someone should say a few words of welcome to him.
All under control, Sid.
Who's going to do it?
Well, as Shire Deputy President, it just so happens I've got a bit of a speech worked out.
It's not too long, is it, Gus?
Mr. Davey! Mr. Davey!
All right, why should I?
On behalf of... Look out, Dougie, you're in the way. On behalf of the people of... Will you clear out of it, Dougie? On behalf of the people of Meekatharra...
Excuse me, Jack. Tony Ferguson, movie turn.
Oh, yes. How are you, Tony?
Well, we'd like to have filmed your arrival, but we weren't expecting you, so the camera wasn't quite rolling.
Well, we're not going back to Broome.
No, 100 yards would be fine.
100 yards. Lou, see if you can navigate us backwards 100 yards.
I'll ask the police to help with the crowd. Shouldn't I check your signal control?
Oh, yeah, it's a good idea.
I'll go with you.
Mr. Davey, on behalf of the people of Meekatharra...
Oh, look, sorry, but we've got to go out and do this coming in thing again. But don't worry, you'll be able to do your speech in front of the newsreel cameras.
Oh, good.
I wouldn't want you to look lonely.
All right, move aside, please. We're backing up.
That'll do fine.
Do you want me to come in front like I did before?
No, just the car, I think.
Just the car, yeah.
I'll give you a signal when I'm ready.
Right. Hope he remembers to take the lens cap off.
Mr. Davey, on behalf of all...
Call me Jack.
Hey, Jack. Oh, hell, Jack. On behalf of everyone. I mean, the proud citizens
Just
of
relax.
Meekatharra.
They're not recording sound.
Oh.
Keep your lips moving. That's the way. All right, Tony.
Jack, you better come over here.
What's wrong?
They say we've been eliminated.
Eliminated?
Well, disqualified.
I told him this had happened. I said if we missed the checkpoint at Port Hedland...
And I told you, I didn't come all this way to be disqualified.
You better talk to them, Jack.
We'll be back.
Oh, good.
But are the Red X people aware that if I'm out of the race, they'll lose an awful lot of publicity? Can you make sure they know that? Hang on a minute, Perce.
Sorry, Jack, this is George Simmons, the travelling adjudicator. There's half a dozen reporters waiting outside to see you.
All the reporters, hang on to George Simmons. Won't be long. Yes, Perce.
He won't be a minute, George. He's just talking to his boss in Sydney.
Now, let me get this straight. Macquarie want me to go on covering the race, but they're not prepared to do anything to make sure I stay in the race. What do they want? A hitchhiker's guide to the Red X trial?
Rules are rules, I'm afraid.
But rules were made to be broken, or bent a bit. I run quiz shows, as you know. And sometimes we have a contestant who, strictly speaking, breaks the rules. They give a wrong answer. But if they're a deserving contestant, We bend the rules a little, give them a helping hand, because people want to see them win. Now, I'm not asking you to help me win, George. All I'm asking is to stay in the race.
But you missed the checkpoint at Port Hedland.
We sent you a wire about that. After all the trouble with the car, if we'd gone to Port Hedland, we'd have been so far behind the rest of the field, we'd have been in a different race.
But not disqualified.
We only missed one checkpoint.
No, 2. You missed Marble Bar as well.
Well, of course we did. We didn't go that way. You don't go to Port Hedland, you don't go to Marble Bar. What about this, George? There's a gang of reporters out there waiting to talk to me. I've still got to do my broadcast on the race tonight, and that goes out right across Australia. I've also got to phone in my column to the Sydney Sun. Do you want to go down in history as the man who disqualified Jack Davey?
Here's the tea.
Ah, this looks nice. Have you ever been to Port Hedland?
Pardon?
Or Marble Bar?
No.
You see, she's never been there. Nobody holds it against her. If you were running this race, would you kick me out just because I missed one little checkpoint? Or 2? One little one and one even littler one?
No.
There you are. And there are millions who think just like her. Probably everyone in the country, except you. Yes, miss?
Who's paying?
He can pay for his own. I wouldn't want anyone to think we were trying to influence your decision.
Everything all right?
Yeah, but I don't know whether to ask for his autograph or not. You know, with what's happened and everything.
Oh, for crying out loud, Betty, will you leave him alone?
Look out, it's the Murray gang.
They get used to us, Bill. G'day, Jack.
G'day, Jack. Do I hear an echo?
What's this about you being disqualified?
Ask him.
I'm sorry. Rules are rules.
You want me to get a stick of jelly and we could shove it up?
I don't think so. I still don't think he'd let us back in the race. What about you, Jack?
Not too bad. I haven't dropped a point yet. I can't seem to do a thing wrong.
Can't you disqualify him for something?
Which one of you blokes is Jack Murray?
Not need. Try him.
No, him.
Him?
I'm George Simmons. I'm Levy. I'm sorry, Jack. I hope there are no hard feelings.
No, no hard feelings. I'm sure you'll understand if I go over your head.
I know who you are. So, Mr. Murray, I'm told you've earned yourself the nickname Jelly-Knight Jack.
Have I?
Well, in case you didn't know, the unauthorised carrying of dangerous explosives is prohibited in West Australia, and the detonation of them is an offence punishable by law.
Book him, officer! Throw him in the clink!
Take this as a warning. Any further explosions, I'll be forced to make an arrest. It is Jack Davey, isn't it?
Well, that depends.
I wonder if you'd let me have your autograph.
Is this official?
Well, it's not for me, it's for my daughter.
Oh, well, in that case. I'm surprised you didn't want to give me a warning.
Why is that?
Well, in some parts of the country, I'm known as Dynamite Davey.
An intro in about 20 seconds will do it. How's the back?
Don't ask. Hi-ho, everybody. Well, I've just come in from Broome and been swept clean out of the trial. No. Stop it there. I'm not out of the race yet. I was going to do something about Darwin, wasn't I? Darwin. Yes?
Guess what? You needn't worry about being disqualified.
I'm not worried. I'm still waiting on a call from Sydney.
What he means is we won't be going on anyway.
What's this?
The car's had it.
It got us this far.
I don't know how. The whole steering's a write-off. Shockers have had it, engine mountings.
Weld them up again.
I need parts.
Anyway, it's not just the parts. Is it, Len?
What's going on?
It's us too. We're buggered.
You're buggered. I'm buggered. We're all buggered, but I'm buggered if I'll give up. And if you don't agree with me, you can go to buggery.
And you should see a doctor.
I'll see a doctor in Sydney. If we can just get the car fixed, we'll drive back as fast as we can.
I just told you the car is a wreck. And so are you.
So, you're not going on?
We can't.
You're fired.
Don't be silly, Jack.
Go on, scram. You're all fired. I knew I was stuck with the wrong team from the start. I'd have been better off with Buffhead. Or Dolly Dyer. Or an all-girl crew. At least they wouldn't give up on me.
Let's go.
Yeah, go on. Not you, Len. You're not fired till you finish the job.
Hello, Jack. We just heard the news. What a shame, eh?
Well, these things are sent to try us. How about you? How are you doing?
Oh, we'll get through. I have to. My husband's made such a joke of me being in this race. I've got to get back just to prove it to him.
You haven't got an all-girl crew by any chance?
Oh, too right we have. And we might even win, too.
Can we give you a lift?
Oh, oh no, you wouldn't want that. It'd be just like tagging along, don't you reckon, Jack?
Yes, you're either in it or you're out of it.
Oh, well, see you later, Jack.
Bye. Hello there.
Hello.
Do you know who owns this?
Can I have your autograph?
Watergraph? Is that when I sign my name in the bath? I think you mean an autograph.
Can I have it?
Well, I need something to write on.
What's on my shirt?
Oh, all right. Who's it for?
Me.
What's your name?
Doug.
There you are. Now, do you know who owns this car?
He does.
Who does?
Him.
Oh, does he? Oh, that's interesting. Very interesting. Thanks, Doug. Anytime you want a autograph, just ask me.
Hang on. You want to buy my car?
Not exactly, but you're warm.
You want a lend of it?
Getting warmer.
Well, so long as I get it back in one piece.
Cold. You see, I don't really want all your car, just bits of it. Now, before you say anything, I know it's a lot to ask, but when I get back to Sydney, I'll go and see the head of Ford Australia and get him to send you a brand new custom line, the latest model.
What'll I do with the other one?
Whatever you want. Fix it up and have two cars.
What do you think? Trust you.
Well, what do you say? A brand new car from Ford? You have my word of honor on that. Is there anything else we can offer you? Tires from Dunlop, soap from Purcell, toothpaste from Colgate, fly spray from Mortine?
Hey, I can think of something.
Can I buy you a drink? Well, drinks for the boys, barman. Same again all round, and a small scotch for me. Well, you all look much better. You look very fit. How do we? Anyone would think you just had 24 hours sleep, you look so fit.
We were planning on having 24 hours sleep.
No, I've got something much better than that. We're going to be the first car back to Sydney. Oh, here we are. Then, blue. Arthur. Here's to the best rally crew in Australia.
I thought we were fired.
I've found the parts. All the parts we need.
But, Jack, one, we're out of the race, And 2 major repairs are against the rules.
Only if we're in the race, and we're not. It's the best thing that could have happened. We can forget about the rules. We could be the first car back to Sydney. And you wait and see the reception we'll get. We'll show 'em.
Murray Gainsford, Melbourne Sun, Mr. Davey. Any story yet on the race? Are you out? What are you going to do?
You want a story? I'll give you a terrific story. Follow me. Come on, gang.
Just a minute, Mr. Davey.
Oh, yes. Anyone got a quid you can lend me?
And then you want us to work all night instead of getting the sleep we all need?
That's the spirit.
And then we spend the next 4 days bashing ourselves crazy over those bloody roads, swallowing up all that dust from the cars up front?
No, we'll be in front.
In front, we'd have to get up at the crack of dawn.
It'd be easier not to go to bed at all.
I knew you'd agree.
Mr. Davey, Dad just spoke to Tom about the garage and he said it's okay.
There you are, gang. We've got everything we need. Now, let's have a look at that garage, shall we? Lead on, Macbetty.
You can't stop him. He'll get everything he wants.
Not everything.
You mean Betty? He will.
Tombstone?
That's right, yeah.
I'm Jack Davey.
That's right, yeah.
I believe it's all right for us to use your garage for the night.
Oh, yes, that'll be all right.
Well, there you are, gang. What do you say? Do we finish what we started and go home feeling like heroes? Or do we all go and get a good night's sleep? Arthur, go and get our car and bring it back here. Lou, get Sed's car. Len, I'll lead you to...
Hang on. We haven't said yes yet.
Well...
What about you, Jack? You're not well.
Me? I feel fine. Never better. It's just the sort of challenge I need.
All right, I'm in.
I suppose so.
Bloody marvellous. That leaves me. Oh, why not?
That's my gang. All for one. And one for all. And that's your story. Jack Davey still in the race. Despite disqualifications, you getting this? You got to be quick around here. Despite disqualifications and an almost completely wrecked car, Jack Davey and his dedicated crew are all set to work through the night to get their car back on the road and stay in this historic 1954 Red X trial. Well, what are you waiting for?
Are you driving tomorrow, Jack?
Yes.
Well, you've got to get a good night's sleep.
And leave you boys here to work on your own?
It's a condition.
Fair enough. I'll get some sleep after the show.
What show?
Ah, didn't I tell you? Well, Sed is giving us the car, but I had to agree to do a couple of shows for the town tonight. It was her idea.
What couple of shows?
It was touch and go there for a while. Sed almost didn't give us the car until Betty came up with this idea. Oh, by the way, Len, I might need to borrow a couple of quid from you. For the prizes. Hey, this is something. This is really something. Yes, we can do the show from up here. The contestants can come up that way and go out that way.
Are you all right?
Me? Never better.
You don't look all right.
I'm just a bit puffed. Not as young as you are.
You're not that old.
You're right. I'm too young to be that old.
Mr. Davey,
Miss Fitzgerald?
are you sure I won't just muck everything up tonight?
You do, and I'll never speak to you again.
My dad thinks I'm a bit of a dill sometimes.
Yeah, well, fathers are like that sometimes. They think if you think you're as smart as you think you are, and they let you think that, then you won't think they're as smart as they think they are.
What?
Betty, you'll be fine.
Well, at least you asked me. That's the main thing.
Hello there.
This is my little brother.
Hello, little brother.
He wants one too.
He wants a autograph. Kids are funny. They want their autographs in the strangest places. Is there any strange place you like a autograph? Don't answer that.
Am I going to get this fixed, or do I have to drive all the way back to Sydney with a bit of old rope round me leg?
Get him a new bit of rope, someone. Well, anything a man with a broken back can do to help.
We've got 3 days' work and 10 hours to do it in. Hire us a few more mechanics.
That's the way. Keep up your sense of humour. That's what I like to see.
Where's your girlfriend?
Betty? She's gone back to the pub for a while. You better clean up, Len. I'll need your help with the show.
We can't spare him.
Well, it won't be for long. As soon as the show's finished, we'll all be back here and be all hands to the pump. What's the problem?
Why not?
Because we're too busy. Anyway, I don't know if I like you hanging around with those city blokes. You're only a little girl from the country.
What's that supposed to mean?
You want those blokes to die first.
My goodness me. How do you find anything in here?
You don't. You ask Tom.
Oh, he finds it, does he?
No, but he spends a lot of time looking.
Tom, this box up here.
Up the top there?
Has that got in it what it says it's got in it?
What's it say it's got in it?
Gelignite.
Oh, yeah, that'd be right, yeah.
No, Jack, you've got to get ready for the show.
I know that, Len.
And now on the Macquarie Radio Network, right around Australia, here is Jack Davey with his report on the 1954 Red X trial.
Hi-ho, everybody. Yes, it's Jack Davey again, and I've just come in from Broome after being swept clean out of the trial. And from now on, you can scrap the original Darwin theory. Since leaving that town, I've formed a few theories of my own. You can't monkey around with these because I am firmly convinced we are all descended from sand gropers. We've been groping in sand for days. In fact, it's so sandy out here, I wasn't at all surprised when I saw a camel on the road. Our navigator, Lou Moss, got out to interview the swarthy camel driver.
I've heard he's a bit of a ladies' man. What do you think your mother would have said?
Oh, come off it, Dad. He only wants me to help.
You can't. We're too busy and that's that.
He loves salami. And he asked, the Arab said, why should I tell you my breathing arrangement? Thank God. Are you sure? Asked Luke, who knows how to keep a good thing going. I'm bloody positive, said the swarthy one, before he picked up the reins of his ship of the desert, gave them a tug, pulled up his anchor, and sailed away. This is Jack Davey saying good night, and thanks for listening.
Funny. He didn't say anything about being disqualified.
Well, I didn't do it. I couldn't have done it. We've been here for an hour.
And that's what I'll tell him, Jack. Don't you worry.
Where have you been?
Right here with you. That's my story, and I'm sticking to it. Oh, get over there.
This is Sue.
Oh, sweet Sue.
Oh, wait, come on, Nick. I am. See what I tell ya? This is Dad.
Hi-ho.
Hey, Jack.
Hang on a sec. I wouldn't miss this for quid.
Is the famous Gelignite Jack Murray here?
Yes, but he didn't do it.
No, he didn't, officer. I can vouch for that.
I got 100 people here as witnesses.
That's right. He's got 100 people who did not see him do it. I mean, I'm sorry, Jack. I'm doing the best I can.
It might be better if you stayed out of this, Jack, with all due respect.
All right, officer. I respect that. I tried, Jack. I did everything I could, but you're on your own now.
Mr. Murray?
Jack. By the way, about Betty giving you a bit of a hand tonight. Well, as you can see, sorry, but we're pretty busy.
Aren't all these people coming to see the show?
Oh, some of them will. I was hoping they wouldn't all go. No offence, Jack. Anyway, Betty says to tell you how sorry she is.
Can I be of any help?
Could be.
Oh, a chance to work with Jack Davey.
Do you think you'd be up to an announcement?
Well, I've done a bit of work in show business myself, you know. Well, nothing big. Housing games.
Could you tell this lot that the show is on at the school and starts in 10 minutes?
I know. School, 10 minutes. Oh, mind you, I have not been officially notified of this yet.
But hear ye! Hear ye! All right, you, shut up a sec.
On behalf of the citizens of Meekatharra.
It's not a speech, is it, Gus?
It is my pleasure to announce that Mr. Jack Davey, the famous star of radio, who is with us tonight, has kindly consented to entertain us with one of his shows.
We know that, you mug.
It is my very pleasant duty to inform you that the said entertainment will commence at the school in 10 minutes.
Thanks very much, Gus.
Well, now we'd be getting along. Get a good posse.
Not too busy now, are we, Dad?
I tell you what, I'll bring them all back after the show.
Well, if it's after closing time, you better bring the coppers with you.
Done.
Of town, make you smile, Pressure Pack Show.
Well, I think this is more like the Meekatharra Show. The Meekatharra Show with Jack Davey.
This is Meekatharra Jack, and isn't this really something, isn't it? The Meekatharra Show, a very special show, and I can promise you, you'll never see another one like it. All right, and it's on with the show, and we're going to play a little yes-no to start with, so if I can have the first contestant up here. That's it. Right up here. If you stand on the box, you'll be nice and close to the microphone. That's the way. All right, and your name is?
Kathleen.
Big voice?
Kathleen.
That's the way. All right, Kathleen. And, we're going to play. You know how to play yes, no, do you?
I do.
All right. Len here is our timekeeper, and as soon as he starts the clock, it's 30 seconds from now. You live in Meekatharra?
I do.
You go to school here?
I do.
You like it?
I do.
Do you take this man to be your lawful wedded husband?
What man?
Tom, you busy at the moment?
Not too busy just at the moment, no.
Would you mind giving us a hand? We're not going to make it otherwise.
I'm not going to make it anyway.
I think I say a head move. If you shake your head, that means a no. Is it a no or a yes?
Dong!
Dong! Last time you said a ding. All right, Bernie. You got through that all right. I'm not sure whether it was strictly according to Hoyle, but here's your 2 shillings anyway. And before you go, why don't you just say something? Just one word.
Maybe.
I'm sorry I asked. Thank you, Bernie. Well, that's all of yes, no for now, so you can all relax. And Bernie will think about what he's going to say if he decides to say something. And while he's doing that, we'll move on to the next game, which will be animal, vegetable, and mineral. And there'll be a short break while I go and check the topics.
Check. All right then. Nothing to worry about.
What's happened?
Nothing.
Here's a sign from above. He's warning me not to keep using old jokes.
Is there anything I can do?
Write me some new ones.
How about if I get the kids to sing again?
That's the girl, Betty.
Can you see anything?
Bernie did good, didn't he?
Bet he's having a drink.
I wonder if I should make an announcement.
That's better.
What's that?
Just a sort of smelling salts.
Do you want to go on, or...?
Of course I do.
You don't have to. I can explain.
Do you think I want to be remembered for the time I collapsed in the middle of a show in Meekatharra? It's all right, Len. Go on. I'm perfectly all right. Go on.
Ladies and gentlemen, and boys and girls, here is the star of our show, Jack Davey.
Hi-ho, everybody. Well, we're not going to play animal, vegetable, and mineral. We'll play that later. Right now, we're going to play another game. We're going to play Stump the Chief. This is a very easy game. Well, easy for you. All you have to do is give me a word, any word. It can be a name, anything you like. And I'll try and make up a poem using that word. Now, we can have our first contestant up here. If in 60 seconds I can't make up a poem using that word, then you have stumped the chief and you get 2 and 6. If I can make up a poem, you still get 2 and 6, so this is a game you're going to like. Now, here's our first contestant. Hello there.
Hello, Mr. Davey.
Nice and close to the microphone. That's right.
Meekatharra.
Wait a minute. I haven't asked you the question. And we've got to give our timekeeper time to start the 60 seconds. All right, Len?
Ready, Chief.
Is it a dong or a ding?
Dong.
It's a dong. All right, Len, you get ready with your dong and you can give me the word.
Meekatharra.
All right, Len, are you ready with your dong?
Dong.
There was a young man from Meekatharra whose favorite pet was a sparrow. But a dog ate the bird, and so I've heard, the man shot the dog with an arrow.
Amyl nitrite. How many of them do you want?
Oh, I don't know. Half a dozen. Just enough to get me back to Sydney without too many problems.
If you want to get back without problems, you'll fly.
My arms will fall off.
You know it's not your back, don't you? It's your heart.
Oh, the back's all right, is it? Oh, that's a relief.
No, your back needs attention, but the real problem is your heart. I'm telling you to be careful.
Look, Doc, I heard of a fellow who was so scared of something terrible happening to him, he wouldn't get in a car, wouldn't go on a plane, didn't even go out of the house much. His wife got so fed up with him, she poisoned him. So look where being careful got him.
All right.
I tell you what, Doc, as soon as I get back to Sydney, I'll stop and have a good rest.
Oh, no, you won't. The only time you'll stop will be when you're in your grave.
Yeah, but think of the fun I'll have getting there. Thanks, Doc. There's nothing to worry about. I've been to the doc. He's given me a clean bill of health. Didn't he, Betty?
I didn't hear what he said.
What did I tell you?
He told me he gave you a clean bill of health.
There you are. So, what's the story on the car?
Not good news, Jack. We're not going to make it.
Why aren't we?
We just physically haven't got enough hands to finish the job.
We had old Tom for a while, but he disappeared.
We've done our best, but we're buggered.
Well, what about Len? Can't he help?
He's not enough.
Do you know anything about cars?
No.
I thought you were a country girl.
You'll have to face it, Jack. We're beaten.
Great show, Jack.
What's this?
Tom reckons you need a hand.
Oh, isn't this something?
Are any of them mechanics?
I'm one. Tom's one. And Bazzy used to be. And as for the rest of them, they're not real bright, but they're here for a bit of oomph.
Can you show them where to put their oomph?
Only if you go back to the hotel and go to bed.
That's what I think.
Only if you help me.
Go on, then.
All right, gang. Let's give it a go.
Oh,
Sure you won't come in? Just for a little while?
Supposed to be going to sleep.
There's nothing to do when you're asleep. When I get so bored, I wake up.
You're always joking, aren't you?
I like to be happy. Life's too short, Betty, so I concentrate on the good things. Like meeting nice people. Like you.
I better go.
I haven't thanked you properly for all the help you've given me tonight.
What, like getting a few school kids to sing out of tune?
It was the best out-of-tune singing I've ever heard.
I better go.
Have you thought of getting a job in radio?
Me?
Or television? There'll be a lot of opportunities when television gets here.
It'll be a long time before television gets here to Meeker. Good night, Mr. Davey.
Good night.
Now you get a good night's sleep.
I will. Who's for a game of cards?
Oh, yes, Jack.
That's not too far. Yeah, got a bit of a dip here. Not too far. Bring it around with it. Get out. Pull the board, gang. Come on, let's go. Thanks, everyone. Good on you, Jack. Thanks, Jack. Thanks, Tom. Couldn't have done it without you. Here's right, Jack. Jack, this door still doesn't close properly. You got your bit of rope? Oh, by the way, I had a win last night. There's the 20 quid I owe you.
Oh, only lent you 15.
Lucky you. I might show you that one.
Gus, wake up. It's 6 o'clock. Didn't you want to go and say goodbye to Mr. Davey?
Oh,
So they let you out, did they?
You had a drink with that cop last night. Apparently you told him who set off the flake of jelly.
Well, I told him it wasn't you. I didn't tell him who it was because I don't like being a dobber.
I'll tell you what, though. I reckon I'll go out of the state with a bang.
Good luck, Jack. See you back in Sydney.
No, you'll see me before then. When I overtake you in about half an hour.
Thanks, Ed. Thanks for everything. Should get your new car in about 2 weeks.
I hope so.
Are you sure you can get him a new car?
I hope so.
Didn't you want to say goodbye to Jack?
I said goodbye to him last night.
When last night?
Last night?
What do you mean you said goodbye?
I said goodbye.
Yeah, but...
It's none of your business.
Jack Davey captured something important about the spirit of Australia in the 1950s. It was a time of optimism and growth and a newfound confidence in being Australian. It was the spirit of give it a go.
Congratulations, Jack.
Thank you. Thank you.
You were disqualified. Your car was a wreck, and then you went on to finish the race.
Yes, well, that's the way I try to look at life. Bite off more than you can chew and chew like buggery. That's why. Oh, sorry, you can't use that, can you? I'll get arrested. I'll try it again. Bite off more than you can chew and chew like bloody mad. Well, you can't use that either, can you? All right, one last try. Bite off more than you can chew and chew as fast as you can. And you can quote me. Well done, Jack.